Hey everyone, welcome to episode 10 of Project's TRX-4M Defender. Hey everyone, so on this episode, we're going to go through some exterior modifications I'm going to do on my TRX-4M Defender. I'm going to do some LEDs, I'm going to do some paint, I'm going to do some detail work and stuff to really help improve the look of this car. This is part one of the video, so just go through with me on this one, and after this will be a part two for some more other mods that I'm gonna do on it. But the video was getting kind of long, so I wanted to keep it short for you guys. So have fun watching, and off we go.
Hey everyone, really sorry. I know I just did the intro, but I forgot to take video of me actually taking apart the Defender, but so the first thing I wanted to do is I've got some primers and stuff. The first one I'm using is this one right here. It's a auto primer I used before. It's kind of got like a little bit of a texture to it. So I wanted to paint the back gate with that because I want to give the back gate a little bit of texture. And the other one I'm using is my normal Citadel primer that I usually use for my other models. But right now I'm currently priming the gas cap, that, and then as well as priming the Defender carriage as well. So I just put the first coat on there. It is giving it kind of a matte finish. And what I'm gonna do is after this, I'm gonna use this Krylon. I wanted to do kind of like a flat. So it's kind of like a dark green. And I want it kind of like a dark green camo because that's what I think would look pretty cool on the Defender. So I'm gonna get to painting all this and priming it. And then I'll do some after shots of what it looks like after it's all done and painted. And of course on these two items right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually film me painting those with normal paints and stuff like that, so you can kind of see how I paint that up and added some details and stuff. So when I put it all back together, it'll look really cool.
So here we go. I got the tire rack all nicely painted up and primed up. I used a very gloss black. I wanted to make it look like it's pretty cool. And then I used fuel cans here. I made them, I primed them up with a dark red, and I wanted to utilize that. So now we're going to take some Nun oil. This is a wash, and what you're going to do is you're just going to spread it over the entire model, and that way it'll make it look dark, dirty, and really grimy as soon as it dries. And that'll make those fuel cans look like they're worn and gross, which is kind of cool. So now I'm going to take the jack and I want to paint it with Vulcan metal. It's really a dark, a very dark metal color, and that way it'll look nice and grimy. And doing this, I hope I didn't want to make it the same color like red or black or anything like that. I kind of wanted to make it pure metal, that way to give it a little depth and stuff when it's on the back of the TRX-4M Defender. So we're just going to continue to paint the whole thing that Vulcan metal, and then after that we'll let it dry. So now that that's all done, I wanted to go ahead and work on something else on this car, and that is definitely the bumper. I wanted to work on the winch, and I wanted to work on the grill to where the radiator is, the in-depth behind it. I wanted to make them all Vulcan metal too as well. That way it makes it look like it's metal under there. You know, it's not just a big black piece of, of plastic, on the front of the car. I really wanted to do that. Hopefully, give it some depth and texture on the TRX-4 Defender bumper, and it's just something else that you can do when you're painting up and making it look pretty cool. So it's done, and now I'm going to get out. It's Chaos Black. It's a black color that Games Workshop makes as well. And what we're going to do that is I want to end up painting all the little door hands, everything that needs, it's kind of a raised edge. I wanted to kind of paint it black to make it look not so blended into the vehicle. And it's always when you see door hinges on trucks and stuff, even the TRX-4 Defenders, they're always black, and it always gives. So now we're going back to the fuel cans that they're done and they're painted up with that. I'm going to get a lighter red, and what we're going to do is it's a simple, easy technique. It's called dry brushing. You basically get some paint on your brush, and then you go over and you kind of dab it off and get a lot of the paint off on an old brush. And then you kind of just go over the raised edges, and what it's going to kind of do is it's going to kind of give it a natural highlight to where it looks like the edges aren't as worn. And it's a very easy technique to do, and it'll make these fuel cans look like they're not quite as gross and grimy as they once were. But like a good look here. So now we're going to take the Chaos Black, and what we're going to do with this is I'm going to paint all the tops of the cans where you would actually pour the fuel in, and those caps. I want to make it look definitely a lot more, how do I say this? I want to make it look a lot more realistic. So, and give you some contrast between the whole can just being a bright red, dirty red. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll finish that up, and once that's all done, it'll really give these cans a really realistic look to them. I think the cans came out amazing. The fuel cans look really good and realistic. I really like the look. So now back onto the jack, and with this jack, what we're going to do is we're going to take a color called Agras's Earthshade, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the entire jack and just make it look older and dirty and grimier. And it's kind of a dark brownish color, so it gives it that dirty, worn look, and it being outside to really make it look kind of cool. Of them. So we're going to take that Agras's Earthshade and we're going to do the same thing on the winch to make it look old and worn. And then I think that'll finish off most of the painting that we're going to do on this vehicle. But I think those extra added details will make it look pretty cool.
So I've got most of the body work here done that I wanted to paint up. So got all the hinges done. Little gas cap's been painted black, so it's kind of matching. The front's all been done. Kind of painted this up to make it look a little worn. Tried to do a little chrome inside and dirtied it up, so it just looks a little better, I think. And I've got the gas can. It's done back here. I think they came out pretty well. They look dirty and stuff. And I got the lift, the jack right here. It's all been dirtied up and everything, so it doesn't look like just a red pile of glob anymore. And I'm gonna stick on the old Defender tire there, and then after that, I'll get the top of it put back on and get the rest of it put back together. But I did paint the top as well. I got it painted kind of a different black, a little bit more like I painted the rest of the car. So I wanted it to look a little more with the paint I used and the primer that I used out there. It's got kind of a texture on it, so it makes it look not smooth. It's kind of rough, like bed liner. I thought it came out pretty well on this, so. I'll go put the rest of this truck back together, and then we'll start working on the next upgrade that I need to do. So we got the next thing here, and I've bought this Endura light kit. Let's go ahead and get it opened up real quick. I think, now that I got this frame all nicely painted up and, did some detail work and, back here we did all this, look at that, the cans and everything. I think it's time we put an LED kit in this, The Traxxas one, is a little bit on the expensive side, and I don't really care about the brake lights and whatever, or if things are working. So I figured I'd just get this Endura light kit, and of course, it's really well sealed up. So good job, Endura. So let's see if I can open this thing up. So let's see what we got in here. So looks like we got the LED lights here. And the connector, cool. And it looks like, my guess is red are the ones in the back and the other ones are front. We got some twist ties. That'll be good to try to get everything down. And then look at these. Okay. What are these? I have no clue what these are, so let's open them up and see what they are. Oh, cool. So they are light clips. So very cool. I'll be able to put those on the inside in here, and so I can strategize on how to get the light kit, and so it doesn't move around and it's pretty secure. So I'll get this put on, and we'll see what it looks like all lit up and everything else. So for the next thing, we have this Endura bumper. So let's get this opened up, and we're gonna put that on the front end of this bad boy because I want a cool bumper, and I really liked when I saw this one on Endura. I thought it was quite cool. So I decided, hey, why not get this pretty cool looking bumper. So, nice and metal. Get that piece, got those. So, looks like we got the front of it, which will replace everything. Looks like I can put the lights there. Looks like we have the pieces to go on the back side of the bumper. Let's put that here so I don't lose anything. We got those pieces there. That's out of the way. And it looks like I got some other screws right here as well. All those screws. Got the bumper, got my screws. And it looks like all we're gonna do is remove the front end of this bad boy. And then I think it'll bolt right up there. So let's get working on getting this thing started to put together. We'll get it started and get it put together, and then we'll see what it looks like afterwards.
Well, the truck's all back together. Bumper went on nice and easy. Light kit went in super easy. This is great 2 kits by Endura. Made it really simple in install. I really liked it. Bumper went on pretty smooth. Little problems with getting those front lights mounted. I had to turn them a little bit and use some of the old pieces. But other than that, very good kit. Really enjoyed putting all this back together. But yeah, I think the truck looks pretty good. So yeah, excited. I love exterior upgrades, and this has been a lot of fun.
Hey everyone, thanks for really watching this video. I had a lot of fun doing the painting on this, putting in those LEDs. It's really a lot of fun for me to kind of use some of my 40K modeling skills and other things to help work on these little micro RC cars. Because hey, it's always fun to paint. It's always fun to do something. It's always fun to do something that you can actually do. You don't really have to buy a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to the paint. So I hope y'all got something out of it. Like and subscribe and leave a comment. But thanks for watching. Part 2, we're going to be doing some more exterior mods. And so hope y'all enjoy part 2 of the video. That should be up in a couple weeks, okay? So thanks a lot. Please enjoy, and y'all have a great day, okay?